So, you're probably wondering what happened between the thumbnail and the video. Why am I wearing a Scarface hoodie now? What happened to the video quality? And why am I drinking wine? I'm about to tell you. Okay, have a seat, get comfy. I recorded a totally different video earlier. Everything that could go wrong did. Hours on the phone with Apple Care, trying to sort out my iCloud situation. It was a fiasco. Storage running out on all of my devices, even though I pay for 2 terabytes of storage. Wasn't working out. I recorded the video, I couldn't access it, and when I finally did, I was so frustrated in that video. Like, I was so mad at all of the things that had led up to that point that I realized it was a horrible video. It was a horrible video, and I was about to say, you know what, it is what it is, and I'm gonna go with it, right? Like, I'm going to chop it up and put it up here because I did the best that I could with what I had at the time. But in the midst of doing that, no, I'm sorry, let me back that up. Not in the midst of doing that. After I finally edited the last clip, my computer completely crashed, and then when it restarted, my mouse and my keyboard weren't working. So I'm having a lot of technical difficulties. But on top of that, like, today was just a shit show. So when that finally happened, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I was like, you know what? It's not in the cards for me. I'm just gonna pour it up, get a little loose, and crash in literally the outfit that I was wearing in my thumbnail. Makeup and everything, I don't care. I'm not showering. I'm done. Done. I have work in the morning. It is what it is. I did my best. No video for Monday, right? I'm sitting here drinking my wine, thinking about like everything that went wrong today, right? I was like, you know what? This is actually a perfect opportunity to get real with you guys and show you, like literally show you how sometimes shit just doesn't work out the way that you wanted it to work out. It was very easy to give up at that point. I've been in so many different weird life situations and stages in my life. I can look back on all of that and see there were times in my life where I've reached where I'm at now. And where I'm at right now is not just because of today. Like, this year has been crazy. These past couple of years have been crazy for me and very trying mentally, very stressful, but I've been there before and I recognize that now. And there have been so many times when I've reached that point where it's fight or flight and I decide I can't fight anymore. I don't have it in me. It's too hard. You're trudging along and you're going with the motions. You're doing your tank thing, just like plowing through all of the obstacles. It gets to that point where you feel like you're physically weighed down. And the more you try to move forward, the more everything aches and just starts to lock up and you can't put one foot in front of the other. It's when I got to those points and I decided I physically can't, I just stayed there. And that period of time could last anywhere from months to years. When you reach that point where you've just kind of thrown in the towel and resolved yourself to, this is my life now, this is the way things are, I don't have any fight left in me, you're going to stay there. There is no savior. Nobody's going to come in and pull you out. If they do, you are luckier than I am. Because, man, I'm telling you, ain't nobody ever in my life came in and physically removed me from a shitty situation. Never. I look back and I'm like, where was everybody? Even the people that loved me the most, even the people that did what they could to help me, nobody could do it. It was only something that I could do. Only I could pull myself out of those times. And the times that I just decided not to, I would stay in that place for a long time and it would get darker and darker and lonelier. Nothing pushed me any closer to being on the other side. So I've got plenty of those examples. But then there's those times when I reach exactly that point and everything in me says, like, you're done. You've done what you could. There is no other way. That you have assessed everything and there is no way out of this. You don't have the money, you don't have the resources, you don't have the skills, you don't have the intellect, you don't have the networking, you don't have anything that you need to push you to that goal. I have processed all of those emotions, weighed it all out and been like, you know what though? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do a little bit more tomorrow. and then the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And when you continuously silence those thoughts telling you this is not a possibility for you, this is not an option for you, and you go on regardless, knowing that, hey, maybe what I do tomorrow is not going to get me any closer to whatever goal it is that I want to achieve. However, doing that is better than doing nothing, because I know that if I do something as unlikely as it might be, there is still a shred of hope. There's still a little bit of a possibility that something's going to line up, something's going to click for me, and it's going to open a door for me. However, if I do nothing, my only hope is that somebody's going to come in and save me. Someone's going to come in and rescue me. I'm going to win some sort of contest. I'm going to hit the lottery. I'm going to actually score it big with one of these Nigerian princes, and they're really going to deposit some money into my bank account. It's not going to happen. So you know that just giving up and quitting when everything seems so far from your reality, it's never going to produce any results. One of the videos that I've wanted to do that I'm not going to get into because I've been talking for a while now. Not going to get into it right now, but let me know what you think about this, because it's a fine line. Like I've thought about doing it before, but then I'm like, I'm a Christian, and I know that talking about anything religious or talking about anything to do with like manifestations or anything like that, like you're going to piss a lot of people off. You're going to piss some people off. But I have legit examples in my life, like solid, irrefutable evidence that I went many times from a seemingly hopeless situation where there was nothing. And then just making very small moves. It's not like I did anything grand. You know, when you look at the scale of everything that happened in my life, I didn't do anything spectacular, but I made moves. I'm talking about moves that got me cars when there was no way to get a car, moves that got me the set of teeth that you're seeing right now and every other set that I've ever had, moves that got me into a house that I literally never thought would be possible for me and my family to have. I mean, considering where we came from and what my experience was. My job was another example. Like, there are things where all I had at the time was a hope and a prayer, and that is it. Went from nothing to something so many times in my life to where you can't tell me it can't be done. I don't care what it is. And so that's what really keeps me going. I'll have a day like this and I'll be like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just gonna sit here in my feelings and just be with my feelings and not do anything. I get the thoughts in my head, like after my shit show today, I was like, doing YouTube videos is really hard. And it is. It's not easy because I do have a family. I do have a full-time job. I have an entire house to maintain, relationships to keep up with, my own struggles with time management and perfectionism that will not allow me to produce shit like this for you guys. I've got my own demons that I fight with that tell me, like, you should just go ahead and take the easy way, basically. But then I've got those other thoughts in my head that are like, you have a goal, you have a vision, and you have clear examples in your life to where that's literally all you need. All you need is faith the size of a mustard seed. That's it. It's so tiny to achieve huge things in your life that you could have once only dreamed of. So now I'm waking up homegirl back there because Nova decided that she's just gonna pass out in her clothes, and I'm going to keep going because, you know what? This is my life. I'm a mom with 4 kids. It's tough. I hope that this resonates with some of you. I hope that you're really connecting with what I'm saying and really feeling it, that if you are in that place in your life where you just feel stuck behind this massive wall that is preventing you from ever seeing any results with whatever it is, wherever you're at in your journey. If you're not where you want to be, I'm telling you, there are ways that you can absolutely get there. And I hope that you feel that in your heart and soul and that you believe it. Let me know if this hits a chord with you, if this strikes a chord with you, And I will do my video on the different examples of how I went from something so far off and impossible from my own reality to actually having it in my possession and living in that existence. I've done it, man. I'm telling you. That's it. That's the video. And I don't like doing stuff like this. Like, this is messing with my head. Like, it's all bad. But at least you can see me and you can hear me, and maybe the message that I'm speaking is more powerful than the presentation. Comment below if you're dealing with just a trying situation, just something that's just bullshit, that seems like it's blocking you, it's stopping you. I get it. Money, opportunity, your job, like, there's so many different things. Fear, maybe a person in your life that's preventing you. Comment it below, and if you've ever been through something that just seemed like, I cannot see the other side, there is no other side, this is it for me, but then through whatever sequence of events, you arrived at that destination that you had always hoped for, comment that below and let's get some talks going, because I know how good it feels to be down and to literally pick yourself up and take yourself somewhere else. So hopefully I'll get this storage situation sorted out before my next video, and then you won't have to endure stuff like this. So anyways, yeah, this video was a train wreck, but I just thought that it was a nice time to prove a point on, you know, you just keep going. It's not ideal all the time. It's not exactly what you wanted it to be, but it's something, and something is always better than nothing. Like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe to my channel so that you can get my updates. Follow me on Instagram. It's kalinjax on Instagram, and I will see you guys on Thursday for the Q&A, and y'all take care.